7 workdays. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 6.
All right. Let's go ahead and select that upgrade right now, just so that we can see what it entails. Okay, so this actually opens a biomass recipe, which will make our burners more efficient, and then standalone biomass burners so we can expand, and the space elevator, which we'll be using for the rest of the game. Cool. 100, 100, 150. Can do. Alright, so now is about time to start thinking more seriously about automation. So I'm going to go ahead and tear a bunch of this down. So you're going to go, and oh, by the way, so I'm in dismantle mode, which you get to by pressing F. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. And you can also tap control on things, or sort of like picking up things like bushes and such. You can hold control while looking at something you're going to dismantle, and then just sort of wave it over everything else that you want to dismantle. And now you can see everything that's highlighted, and then just hold left click to get all of it all at once. It's real convenient for, yeah, obviously, mass dismantling. That's what the mode is called. But also for being very precise in what you dismantle. Alright. So I figure I will start setting up right around here. So, let's see what we want to build. First, we're going to need miners. So I'm going to put... Well, now it's time for these portable miners to serve a new purpose. I will be picking them all up and turning them into something else. Something greater. Alright. Oh, I don't have concrete. Well, shoot. And I probably don't have any limestone either. Nope. Okay, so this is mild mismanagement. This is going to get a little awkward as I run over to this limestone node and just by hand pick at it for a bit to try to get enough limestone, to try to get enough concrete to actually start automating things. Alright, 40. Let's hope that that is enough. Oh, yes, I should have mentioned, or should have realized, that much like how you can tap space in the crafting bench and it'll hold it for you, you can tap E while mining there and it'll hold it for you. Honestly, forgot about that. Let's just fill these up with leaves while I am here. Oh, well, I don't have that many. Okay. Maybe I can have the other one running on wood instead. I want to say I have some stashed away. I do. So yeah, we can have this one running on wood. The other one will be leaves. There we go. And I need to make some concrete. That's what I was doing. Down there. All right. So let's see. I want to make 1, 2, 3 miners at least. So I'm going to need more concrete. Okay. I don't need a smelter for limestone. I just need a constructor. And at the start, 1 is probably enough. And then I'm going to need a constructor for plates, a constructor for rods, excuse me, and a constructor for screws, and probably another constructor for rods. I'm not getting all the ratios down for this. Not yet. Oh boy, clearly I'm going to need a lot more stuff, though. I probably stopped all of this automation too early. But let's see how much we can get up. And I'm going to need at least 2 smelters to start with. Okay. Yeah, at least for now, I'm not really bothering to math all of this out, but I certainly will have to start doing that here pretty soon. Let's try to get a miner on this thing. Just scrolling, or you will be scrolling to flip that around. Alright, let's hook up a power line and sort of draw that back to our biomass burners. Alright, so actually got that hooked up, which means it should be mining, pulling limestone out of there. Alright, so let's go ahead and hook that up to, well, I guess first of all, let's figure out what we're piping it to. So we're going to hook this up to a constructor. So normally you just move this around and it moves freely. If you hold control, it will try to align to other elements, at least a lot more aggressively. You could still pull it off, but it'll stick a lot harder to being in line with other machines that you have. I'm gonna go ahead and hit 3 to use a belt and just dump it into there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit 2, pull a power line, pull a... Oh, no, I don't have cable. Okay. I'm probably gonna need a lot more cable, so let's just make some wire and then make some more cable. No harm in having a bit extra. Alright. Go ahead and hit 2. Pull a power line. Oh no, now I need wire. And I turned it all into cable. Well, here, let's get that hooked up for now. And you will be making concrete. So yeah, once I selected the recipe, then it began taking input from this belt because it's a compatible input. You know, I selected the recipe, which takes limestone, so it allowed limestone to come in on the belt. And now that'll start making concrete for me. Now I need more wire. Can I scroll over here? Yes, okay. So yeah, when you are in your inventory, you can actually interact with your to-do list over here. Okay. What now? I suppose I might as well get a miner down. But I don't have the resources for it. Concrete and plates. Let's just get some more iron plates made. And iron rods, and screws, and reinforced plates. Just gonna make a little bit of everything here real quick. Alright, feeling a bit better about that. So let's get a miner down on one of these impure nodes. Oh, that is not a miner. That is a miner. Ah, but I'm missing concrete. Luckily, something's already making that for me, so let's see how hard it's been working. Hard enough. Oh, let me get some of this limestone out of my inventory. And just dump it right into the machine so that it's not filling up an inventory slot. Alright, let's get a miner down here. There are a lot of iron nodes around here, to be honest. Yeah, 4 impure right here. Okay. Well, let's just stick with 1 miner for the very near term. And I'm gonna want this going into a smelter, which I can't make because I have no wire. Okay. Still missing wire. Okay. Let's just pop you there. It's a little hard to make micro adjustments with the controller. Okay, that's mining at least. And now, copper. Let's see, do I have enough to make a smelter, a miner? No, I need to make another little portable miner. Oh, but I've got one over there, so I actually don't. I should also pull power as I go. Let's pick you up. Your job is done. Dropping in a miner here. And yeah, I'll go this way. Alright, now, well, first of all, let's hook you up to power. And then let's try to pull a belt all the way around. This isn't going to be pretty, but, well, I'll be back with iron. Okay, so I've sort of made the mistake here of filling up all these power poles, and it's getting a little awkward to try to figure out where power is going to be coming from in the future. But I think if I have a power pole, equip it, and just point at a line, I can drop it in onto that line, and then you'll see that I can move it, select exactly where I want it to be, and it'll just split that line for me. Very, very convenient for this sort of situation where you realize you're just out of poles, need a bit more. You don't have to go deleting your lines and redoing all of them. What was I doing? I need plates. Okay, and I might as well use up the last of my iron. Okay, well, copper's a bit of a problem, but I also need to get iron automated or I'll start having issues there real quick. So let's put down a smelter, and then a constructor. Not really bothering to line these up at present. Eventually we'll unlock foundations and construction materials that make building factories in an organized manner a lot more straightforward. And I think at that point I'll start trying to make them cleaner. Alright, let's get plates automated. So it's going to take in 30 iron per minute, which is probably the max we're going to be getting out of this whole chain anyway on an impure node. So let's go ahead and hook you up. And then hook you up very, very awkwardly. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I am actually forced to move this because I placed it in such a silly manner. Okay, let's plate that more reasonably. Select our belts, pipe them in there, reselect the recipe. There we go. and actually hook these up to power. There we go. I better check on our biomass burners. I'll bet we're running real low. Okay, wood is a problem. And leaves are a problem. Okay, I better just start collecting stuff real quick. There are areas that are better for biomass than others, and by that I mean it can help to look around the base of trees, because you can find downed wood, or at least you could in previous versions of this game. You could find wood on the ground, like roots, that sort of thing. And wood tends to be a much denser form of biomass. Do I have the recipe for actual biomass at this point? Maybe I do. Okay, I can holster with H. Alright, that's nice. What do I need to look at for that? It would be in a constructor. No. No, I do not. Okay. Oh, I should probably equip my zapper just in case I run into anything out here. Look at these horror trees. Okay, so there's some wood on the ground. And yeah, wood tends to be a much more efficient fuel source. It's just a little harder to come by early on. Got a little iron outcropping, or at least I think that's iron. Well, hey, while we're up here, let's head this way, because I saw a slug. And slugs are very useful. Maybe not quite yet, but pretty darn soon. I can hear it. There it is. Don't spook it. Okay. Let's grab this boy.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Everything's a potential resource. Let's get this off of here. I swear I cleared this out earlier. Oh yeah, tap E. Tap E. Alright. That was a failed slide. There we go. Feels better. Oh yes, I have so much ore, actually. So, I think what I'm gonna do is actually turn this thing off. Everything has a little switch down here. You can actually just turn it off. And I'm gonna go ahead and shove some of my own ore into there in its place. Because I do not want to be carrying this stuff around forever. Alright, let's get those biomass burners fueled up before they start breaking down on me. Yeah, real close. Got a lot of leaves, though, so that's good. Oh, there's another little slug way out there. But we should probably get to work on other things. All right, let's grab some plates from our constructor over here that's been working so diligently on them. Thank you. And let's see. What the heck was I even doing? I was making these to get the copper over. All right. You can scroll to tilt this and then place it with a double click. The reason why it's a double click is because your first click will set the position of this in the world, and then you can drag up to set the height, or not drag, you can aim up to set the height. But in this case, we don't really care, so it's good where it is. All right, well, it's absolutely hideous, but should have pulled some copper over here at least. Power's looking good enough for now. Now let's go ahead and get the constructor making some wire. So I'm going to point at this constructor and middle mouse click, or middle mouse click for you. And that copies whatever you're pointing at. It's a very, very, very convenient way to build large amounts of structures quickly without just having to, like, do them all in sequence. And you can see I did it with the belt there as well. So yeah, definitely recommend that eyedropper middle mouse thing. All right. I need more cable, and I don't quite have copper automated, so I'm gonna make it myself. All right. Oh god, I'm gonna need wire too, aren't I? Well, I'm about to automate that. Let's see if I can get away with it. And it doesn't have a recipe set. So yeah, this red light here means that the machine is basically incapable of producing an output, is how I interpret it. Green means it is actively producing. Yellow means that it is lacking some resource, or it has a full output, something like that. But red means that it is incapable of producing. Either it doesn't have power, or it doesn't have a recipe set. Whoops, I also messed up and put down a constructor instead of a smelter. I need a smelter. There we go. And the smelter needs wire. Okay, I should have seen that one coming. Hey, I'm finally hitting my to-do list. Wow. Let's pull you. Pop you down right about there. Pull you. Oh, it's hideous. Okay, let's get rid of you. And set your recipe to copper ingots. Hit 1 to dump what I have in there. Eyedropper that, and run it in there. All right. And now, let's hook you up to power. So yeah, as you can see, has a recipe set, has no power, red light. Give it power, green light. Okay, now let's get that constructor that I was building prematurely. And you will make wire. Let's pop connection there. Let's pop another power pole. Oh, wrong input. There we go. There we go. Producing wire. Concrete over there, wire over here, plates over there. No rods, but I will get to that. Why does that still have a dismantle highlight on it? Okay. Does it persist even when you exit dismantle mode? No. Weird. Okay. Let's pull that concrete. Let's pull that wire. Keep getting a little error buzz there. Let's pull these plates. All right. Oh yeah, and I better dump some more iron into here. And yeah, again, this is just because I want to clear out my inventory. I could also just dispose of the iron in my inventory, to be honest. You can pick it up. Oh, excuse me. Pick it up and drop it in the trash can down here. And it'll just delete it. And that works for most things, not everything. Though that's only really in the very late game, I think, that you have to worry about things you can't delete. Okay. Alright, we got some things going. What I should do at this point is get another miner on another iron node with another smelter. Let's see, orange is in, green is out. So there we go. Let's pull another constructor as well. Yes, and I'll hold control to like line these up as best I can. Go ahead and hit 3. Pull a belt line into there. And I, of course, don't have a portable miner, so I'll make one of those. And I'll check on my biomass burners while I'm back here, because I feel like I'm always running close to the line. Not too bad. Oh, leaves are really going. Okay. I should actually do some more exploring around. Let's try to find more wood. Or leaves. So yeah, I'm sure that for most people in the early game, it's gonna feel a little bit like you're treading water at this point in the game. Like, everything that you build just gives you more things to worry about. Like, you know, sure, in the start I was running back and forth, picking up things from portable miners. But now I'm worrying a lot about biomass, and I'm worrying about getting all my resources out and building more. But you are making progress. I mean, you know, I'm currently producing, via the machines running back there, a bunch of materials that I wouldn't otherwise be getting. And especially, I feel like there's sort of a crossover point a little further on, once you start moving away from using biomass and towards more automated forms of power, where all of a sudden you can just, like, ignore your factory for long periods of time, and it will at least keep doing something. But for now, we are making progress. You just have to recognize that, you know, all these green lights out there represent things happening without you actively working on them every second. Alright. Let's go ahead and hop down. And some of those lights are now yellow. Let's go ahead and dump the last of my iron in there, and let's actually turn on this machine so we don't have to do this anymore. All right. Let's make that one portable miner. And check on our biomass. Okay, yeah, we are close on our capacity, to be honest. So we're running pretty close to the line there. Let's actually, I think, without even really realizing it, we're probably quite close to completing that milestone. So we're good on concrete, so let's press 4 and just dump that in. And we are good on plates, so let's get that in. And wire, we need 100. Let's see how close we are here. We are done with wire. And rods, I never automated, so that is a bit of a problem. Let's hook up a miner to this other node. I'm a little worried that I am going to run out of power, as in like total capacity that those burners can support. But let's see where we get. Oh, of course I don't have the plates because I just dumped them all, but you've got them for me, so thank you. And yeah, you know, I was just saying it can feel like you're not making progress, but I feel like this here is a good example of the benefits of having to bother, or having bothered setting all this up, is I didn't really even think about it, and we've kind of stumbled into completing the next milestone in the meantime. But I am missing cables, so not everything is perfect. Can I eyedropper this? Yes. Let's pull a power line to there and to there. Oh, and of course, out to there. Let's drop another pole. And yes, I immediately blew a fuse. All right. That is to be expected. Okay. So let's take a look and interact with one of these power poles and see what happened. So you can see as I started hooking things up, I hooked up the smelter, then the constructor, and you can see that that blue line was already over our total capacity of the network. So nothing happened at that point because those machines weren't drawing power. They didn't have any input. So our production didn't spike. But the second I connected up that miner and it actually started to run, you can't really see it, but basically it immediately put more draw on the network than our burners could support, and everything died. So it's got this big switch here to turn everything back on, but if I pull it now, just clicking and dragging on it, everything will die immediately again, because it's the same problem. Our capacity does not meet the total demand on the network. And yeah, it was for such a short period of time that you don't actually see the spike here, but having the blue line above the gray line is generally a bad idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily shut down a production line. So this whole set is turning off. So there's going to be less draw on the network. Let's try to turn it on. There we go. All right. So our blue line is still way up there, but we, oh, and we got an achievement for that. Nice. But we have a bunch of those machines turned off. Unfortunately, they're still reflected by the blue line. It's assuming, you know, that they could be turned on and, you know, put draw in your network. But they're off, so they won't be. So all this is running. Now, what I'll probably do is just grab some iron bars. There are not many, actually. I was hoping to grab some to make some rods myself, but I guess I'll just leave it to these machines for a bit. All right, let's make a pitiful amount of rods. And maybe I can turn off concrete for a bit and get all my iron production running. I kind of want to have that going. I don't really need much concrete now, but I'll need a lot later on. I'm actually going to turn off copper. And let's turn this smelter back on, so that I can get some more iron ingots being produced. Okay, you take 15 per minute, which is half of what this is capable of producing. So this is where really I should be doing some math here and producing the right quantities of resources. Oh, well. Actually, I see the problem. I'm missing some crucial components that will help with that, so I probably will continue not to bother for a bit. But both of you are producing ingots, so I can at least steal some. And you aren't backed up, even though this is taking more input than it can support. Or it should be. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, we should have the wire for this done. Oh, except I've used some. Okay, let's empty out this thing. Even though I turned it off, it still has some stuff in it. Take all of that. And hit 3 to dump that in. And let's make some rods while we're sitting here. Okay, and let's see if this thing has made enough rods to get us over the last little hump. It has. Cool. Oh, biomass, always biomass. I haven't run out yet, but I've come pretty close, and I don't feel like I have that much on me. Yep, okay. 2. Good on leaves. 1. Got some more wood. Okay, we're doing okay. Well enough. Let's actually get this done.
Hub Upgrade 6, Landing Platform Hydraulics, completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
Alright. So now we can make more biomass burners. But what else can we make? Biomass storage containers, that is huge. And the space elevator itself, which does take quite a bit. Do we have anything in here? Not yet. Okay. So here's the part where getting the biomass situation stable is going to be pretty rough. Let's make sure that we have some of everything being produced. Or at least lined up for production. Oh yeah, of course I need to rebuild this constructor, which I ripped out. You were making plates. That's right. Okay, so the space elevator, rods, plates, concrete, wire. So I do technically have all of that automated, if only I could turn on all the associated machinery. I'm just gonna get rid of this. It's not doing me any good. And copper ingots. Let's grab that. Okay, and as soon as I turn things on like this, let's give you a try. Okay, no network crash. We're doing okay. You are off. That's fine. I've got some excess copper ingots to put in there anyway. Okay, so with lines currently producing, we're doing all right. I'm a little afraid of turning on this miner and smelter. Let's give it a shot. How tight are we? Really close. Let's turn you off. Okay. Let me go turn off that copper miner way out there. I could also expand by building a new biomass burner. I don't want to do that just yet, though, because I feel like the biomass situation is tenuous enough as it is. So instead, I'm gonna shed power. Oh, you know what I should have been doing? Is just deleting this line, which functionally turns it off. And then that's much easier to rebuild rather than running out there to turn it back on again. Okay, so you are off. And I can go ahead and dump in my own... Oh, yeah, I guess that doesn't work, hitting one there, because it doesn't expect you to place into the output of a machine. It's funny that it shows these as relevant items then. But maybe that's just for reference, so you know how many you have. Okay, might as well take that. And I'm hoping that with those two machines turned off, well, yeah, that I can get away with running you and you. Yeah, so as you can see, my total capacity line is below my theoretical, but I think I have just enough machines off to get away with this nonsense. Okay. So now that everything is producing, oh, you know what I should do is dump these into storage containers. They don't take any power. I mean, as you would expect, most likely. And that way, we can have these producing endlessly. Well, not endlessly, but beyond the capacity of the machine to hold. So just gonna eyedropper that. Oh, okay, we couldn't get away with that. Let's line this up here. Get that there. And... okay, so... it's so close. It's so close. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Why am I mucking around with this? Let's just build another biomass burner. I was talking about it as though that would make us consume biomass faster, but that's not actually true, because they will only burn as much as is needed to fill your power demands. So it honestly doesn't matter. We might as well just build another and not waste time messing around. All right, there we go. And I'll just plop you down wherever. This is gonna be so ugly for a bit. Hook you up to the network and feed you leaves. There. Now, we should have plenty. Yep, plenty to run everything. So, let's go ahead and hook up that wire that I cut earlier, so that we know that copper is running. I do want to clear out this copper from my inventory, though, so I still might leave it kind of awkwardly sitting for a little bit. And now, let's go looking for biomass, because we're going to need it. Again, you know, it's not like having an extra biomass burner is making us consume biomass faster, but having an extra one means that I turned everything on, and that means we're consuming biomass faster. So, you know, same thing. Oh, it's a lizard doggo. Hello. Do you like nuts? They do not. Do you like berries? Come back. Okay, well, we'll let him be for now. And pick up this slugule. Yeah, everything's working back there. Let's pick up some more biomass material as we can. Yep. I jumped a little there. Fuse blew. Okay. Well, as I said, we need that biomass. What I'm guessing is that something ran out of input, and it looks like it is this. Well, is it that one? No. No. You. And you. Both of you. Despicable. Okay. So yeah. Definitely need to gather more. Sometimes I get so caught up in what I'm working on that I forget just how beautiful everything is. Look at those out there. And I love these rock formations. And of course the planet out there. I assume that this is actually a moon of that, because it looks like an enormous gas giant. But I don't know. Alright, just gathering from this collection out here. Oh, here's one of these flycatcher birds. Hey, bud. Oh, worth mentioning, eating one of these berries will heal me just a bit, which is why they're good to have on your equipment bar while out exploring. Oh, wow, that's quite a little valley there. Oh, and there's the big arch that the grassy fields is really known for. Okay. I was hoping to find more woody material, but... Whoop, okay. Yeah, these guys aren't especially dangerous, as you can tell, but you can kind of get caught in a situation where they'll just charge you at close range multiple times. So yeah, just playing that circling game with them. Oh, there it goes. Alright, let's get another slug while we're out here. Yeah, these aren't useful yet, but they will be very soon. They'll actually help us out a lot with the purity situation of minerals around here, or at least that's my plan for them. I'm hearing another. It's probably in a cave below here. Either that or I'll spot it when editing this after the fact. Okay, well, I better get back. Don't want my machine sitting idle for too long. I've got a lot of stuff that needs making. Just trying to make sure I'll actually have enough to fill things with. Oh yeah, you can slide under belts like that. Just keep that in mind. I've got one of these big guys hanging around. Okay. Let's put wood into you yet again. Fill you with leaves. Fill you with leaves. And turn you all back on. Alright. Back to it. Oh yeah, let me also dump ingots into there and turn you back on. Now that I've cleared out that inventory space. Let's drop off some slugs back here in storage. No point carrying them around with me. Along with a fair bit of this stuff. Well, maybe not a fair bit. Perhaps it is time to explore the cave. If you're squeamish about crawly things, you probably won't like this. Oh, it's got a drop off. There's one. It's hard to get a sense of how many are in here. Because it sure sounds like a lot, but I'm not seeing. Okay, well, let's go get this little one. Okay.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not have a traditional mouth or eyes. There are, however, numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function. Preserve the remains for later study.
Fun. Oh, wow. It has a little timer. Well, we gotta pick this up.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way into both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Store it for later use. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted called Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
Hello. I like you guys a lot more when you get caught on terrain. I think I see one over there. Yes. And we've triggered something. Probably you. Yeah, it looks like. Okay. Man, they're all stuck. Okay, this is going surprisingly well. Oh. Interesting. A little exit down into the valley over here. Okay, well, I've been away for a while, and I don't feel like I've been collecting much biomass, so... let's try to get a bit more before we head back. I'm worried I'm going to hear the flute fuse blow at any second. Ooh, yeah, cutting it close. Okay. Which means you are also close. And you are as close as I could possibly get it. Okay. So yeah, it is a little nice, even though we're kind of running around gathering biomass constantly. It is a little nice knowing that everything is being manufactured back there. Oh, I think I should set up some more storage containers as well, though. Wire in particular, I don't think I set up one for. There is fall damage in this game, just be aware of it. It's pretty generous, but... Okay, yeah. You need a storage container. At least it doesn't consume more power. I felt like... Yes, okay, alright. That's really nice. Biomass burners actually have a belt input now. That's new. Doesn't help a ton right now. Oh, wait a minute, actually. Is part of the problem here that, yes, that I forgot that I can process this stuff. Okay. Well, that's an oversight. So, let's hook up something better then. First, I'm gonna need a storage container, and then a second one. And then, I think I'm actually just gonna shut all of you down. Let's just crash the whole grid. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. Let's delete you. And you. And let's reconnect you for now. Sure. And now let's produce a couple of constructors. Oh, well, I don't quite have the resources for a couple. Let's see. I think that was all that I needed. Yep. Okay, let's set you to leaf biomass. Let's set you to wood. Let's go ahead and route out of here. So that's where leaves will go. That's where wood will go. And then, if we have enough for another storage container... Wow, building on this slope is actually super awkward. Actually, not yet. So let's select power, 30 megawatts. Can we get down 3 of these? Well, oh no, we can really only deal with 2, can't we? Okay, let's try that. So what I'm trying to do here is first of all use these constructor recipes to make more efficient use of our biomass by converting it from just like basic leaves or basic wood into that abstract biomass material. I need some more plates. It will burn more efficiently. but also... Yeah, there we go. I might as well empty you out as well. But also, I'm trying to get this set up to feed biomass into burners directly. Oh, I keep trying to eyedropper that. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, what does the grid look like, though? Because I've only got 60 production from that. Max consumption is 48. Okay. Okay. Oh, but I don't have everything hooked up. I guess we'll see. Let's get those 2 wires out of there. And let's take you... Extend you over there. And actually hook up to our producers. Okay, what does max consumption look like now? It still says 48. Is that accurate, though? Well, you're a producer, so that doesn't really count. Have I left portions of the grid detached? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, we'll take its word for it. So... I guess I need something to kickstart. So I think... How does stack splitting work again? Okay. So let's just put in a piddly amount of leaves just to get everything started. That might be too few, actually, but, you know, we'll see. So yeah, it's right-click on a stack. Lets you split it. And I think it has to be specifically in your inventory. I was doing it over here, which lets you open in Codex. But I didn't have room to split a stack there, which is why it didn't do anything. Okay. Do I have any wood at all? I do not. I do not. It's all in here. Okay. So let's dump wood into this one. Correct. Correct. And leaves into this one. And then let's try turning on the power and seeing if everything falls over. Ooh, okay, so max consumption did adjust, but we are still fine. How fast are you burning up? Very fast. Very, very fast. Let's try to pull. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. Well, kind of. Not quite. You are filling, though. Let's see. If we can get enough to actually kickstart this process. It's coming. It's coming down. Oh, come on. Okay, okay. I think we're in business. So you can see that the one processing leaves produces biomass at a much lower rate than the one processing wood. But it's still fast enough to sustain this, and I have way more leaves than wood, so I'm assuming that that will hold out longer. Yeah, the wood's already used up. So... despite the fact this will get filled faster, its backing supply of wood will get used up real fast. Okay, but hey, we're in a position where things are running again. Let's see, how close are we to actually building the space elevator? Let's pin that to our to-do list and gather up some resources just to get a sense of this. Okay, wire, we actually have a ways to go. Okay, we're getting there. We're actually good on plates by a lot. So I may just shut down this to decrease the biomass demand a bit, because we have so many more plates than we need right now. I probably don't need to do that, but that's what I'm doing. Wire is a bit of an issue. Well, just gotta make sure that stays going. Not much else to be done just yet. Let's go poke around. Find some more biomass. Yeah, so there will be a period here very soon where gathering biomass becomes a lot easier. And then a ways after that will actually unlock automated means of power production, or, well, fully automated, as in self-sustaining. And this thing is starting out here a lot because the demand for copper is so low compared to what we're producing. That's fine, though. At least for now. Soon we'll find a better way to make use of that copper. Oh, stepping into a poison cloud. That's not great. Yeah, it's going to be a while yet before we can really contend with poison effectively. And I just got an achievement for destroying 1,000 foliage. Whoa. Well, I don't know what the heck that was. But I figure I'll be heading back. Alright, still have biomass backed up. That's a good sign. Let's add some more leaves there. And add some more wood there, which we actually have a lot of. We are looking pretty good. But we're still quite behind on wire. I think I am going to start crafting that by hand, which ironically means I'll fill my inventory with copper ingots, which I was trying to get rid of earlier. But this has taken a little bit, and I might as well speed this aspect up now that we're looking pretty darn good on power. Alright, still a bit to go on that, but that at least pushes us into the home stretch on wire. Yeah, this section of the game is definitely meant to teach you that automating this stuff and having it running continuously is worthwhile. Speaking of running continuously, boy, it would be nice if concrete was doing that. Good on concrete, good on everything except for wire. Yeah, I am just gonna resort to some brutal handcrafting to push this over the last little bit. Yeah, we're not quite in a position to make effective use of like a node like this, for example, that's normal purity. Not until we unlock a handful more things. But yeah, finally in a pretty calm situation with biomass, it feels like. Got plenty queued up there, and even the leaves is backed up. Yeah, looking pretty good. Alright, let's make those ingots. Heck, I could hook up another smelter and do some of this for me. Just kinda hook up a second line of copper, but this'll work. Alright. Close. Getting close. Let's empty you. Empty you. And I think that'll get us there. Alright, that is enough to finally make the space elevator. So let me just consume the rest of this copper. And now we can find a spot to place it. So, I mean, just to give you a sense of it, the space elevator is large. Large. So we could place it somewhere out there. We could, heck, I mean, you could see it turn blue for a second. We could even place it, like, there, but that looks pretty hideous. So, I'm gonna try to find a large flat area that beckons to me. Maybe we can set it up there. I should say that, you know, like everything in this game, you can even tear the space elevator down and build it someplace else. So, don't need to fret too much about the placement. I just prefer to avoid that if possible. Well, I think I'm being too picky. Let's just get it down. Somewhere like there. Let's do a little bit of rotating. I can't remember where, like, the front. Ah, that's the front. Okay. All right. Let's call that good enough for now. Oh boy, I might have put it right in the path of that. Yup. Wow.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
It's weird that I wasn't already aware of what I was doing out here. If it was so important. Well, the space elevator is up. I think that's probably a good place to call it for now. We're taking a look at some of the new unlocks next time.